Welcome back into Icarus. Let's do another mission here. We're going to drop into Olympus. We've got 3 missions left. I think I'm going to do so let's get a little bit more. I've got the recovery. I've got the nightfall. I'm going to do nightfall last. That'll be my last one. So it's between the recovery and the extermination. I think I'm going to do extermination. It is a little bit quicker. Typically, I'm going for longer times, but I'm going to go for this one. And I'm already kind of thinking about what I need to
Don't ask
do.
for help unless they have to. All right. Group 15's got a theory that exotics are affecting the Earth life on Icarus, making some of them larger, more aggressive. Who knows what else? The bigger the animal, the stronger the effect. And they want a biological sample. So they need you to head to the Arctic and bring down a mammoth. Yeah, you heard me. Get them something to study. But the Arctic's tough, and the mammoth's even tougher. You'll need more than sharp sticks. Think you can handle that?
All right, let's go ahead and get down on this one. It's 7 days. I have a few things that I'm going to be doing here. Let's go ahead and everything's repaired. Why am I having? There we go. I was wondering why I was having problems. We're going to take that suit. Going to do a few things first. Here's the Ventura knife that we want to take, and I think I'm going to need them both. I'm going to take both of these. I'm not going to take the extra knife. I'm also not going to take the deep mining or scanner because I've been doing pretty well so far. And with the thumper option, I don't think this is as important as it used to be. But I am going to take the extractor along with at least one prototype power source. I want to see this thing in action. I haven't seen it yet, and we bought it with the stuff that came out of the last episode. Let's confirm that loadout and drop, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, I think I'm okay. All right, we're down.
Group 15 say they're a research body. But that's like calling Senatai a travel agency.
All right, so we'll put these things away. That's in my ground slot. That's fine. I didn't get a recall beacon. Forgot about that. My bad. And we will put this one in first. There we go. So we'll go ahead and start up with the quick start, which will be, the normal routine. If you're curious, go ahead and do a search, or maybe I'll even start putting a link in. Kind of lazy. If you want to see the link, tell me you want the link, and I'll start making effort. Otherwise, I'll be lazy. All right, so let's make some assumptions about what the mission's going to be here. We were going to go into the Arctic. I think that was pretty clear. That's barely an assumption. I think that means that we're going to have to deal with the cold. So normally I would say that I'd have to wait to get up to maybe fur armor or something like that. But of course, I've got the composites on me, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm in good shape. Next, I have to worry about, I'm going to be fighting some kind of mammoth. I'm going to assume that mammoth is not just a mammoth, but that it's a named mammoth, which will make it even all that much more difficult to deal with. Toss that tree around, who cares? So that means I'm going to want to get up to at least tier 3. I'm going to want to use maybe cave worm arrows on it, so I have some poison going at the same time. I think ideally I'd like to have a compound bow tier 4. I'm probably going to want to surround a building made of at least stone, possibly concrete, with, let me go in here and grab my stuff here, with barricades. And I'm thinking if I can keep the barricades tight, maybe I go to a second tier on the building, a 1x1 2 level with some ladders on the outside. I think something like that. And then that way I'll have the defense of the barricade for a little while. Then I'll have the buildings time while the whole time I can snipe. That should yield some effective damage, and if it gets beyond that, then I'm going to have to worry about that later, but not now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish off the quick start there. Now let's take a look and see where this mammoth is going to be. Okay, so we're going up to the mammoth. Really? You gonna make me run all that way? I don't think so. I'm gonna go around. Remember the place we built last time? I'm gonna build there. I will stop along the way and grab iron, and then get all the way through up here. Remember the desert on the right. Oh, wait a minute. I might not be able to go through there. Yeah, this might be out of bounds. Yeah, if it's out of bounds, either one of these spots is fine. I might as well just go ahead and go for the typical spot right there. No, that's not the typical spot, is it? No, that's the typical spot's right there. Yeah, I'll probably pick a place over in here by water so I can use the water pump. And that means I need to create some steps because I think all of this is going to be out of bounds. Yeah, I think these are out of bounds. If it isn't, then I'll come back to you up here, but I doubt I'm going to be. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to build up right down here. All right. I will see you after I get up there. I'm actually not going to come back after the quick start. You've seen that often enough. The quick start, of course, for those who don't know, it's going to be about 30 minutes worth of time. It gets me into the tier 3. Beginnings of tier 3. I have a 2x2 in stone with the machining bench, the workbench, a forge, getting into the concrete furnace and cement mixer. So that's what I'm going to be shooting for my first 30 minutes. And then I will go into tier 4 from there. The tier 4 can take a while because of all of the electronics you need. The electronics is just a pain in the butt after a while. So I don't want to sit around for that long. Electronics, full tier 4 usually takes me about 2 hours. So of playtime. And so I don't want to record 2 hours worth of me doing the stuff that you've probably seen many times before in my series. If you want to, just go back and look at my playlist, and you'll see all the times where I've gone up to tier 4 with you, so you don't have to see it again. All right, I'll see you over there at tier 4. Seriously, already? Yep, already. Can I get arrows real quick? All right, we're back, and I have been spending a lot of time grinding from the first landing. So I skipped right past the quick start, and I went all the way into Tech 4. I've seen that grind. I think you guys have seen that grind well enough that you don't need to see me grinding through it each and every time. If you want to, go back, watch one of my earlier videos, and you'll see me grinding through that. Earlier, the more you'll see. I just keep cutting more and more out of the grind as we go on because, hell, you've seen it before. So I've got myself the biofuel composter down here and a few other things. I've got quite the accumulation of some aluminum. Plus, I've been stockpiling my platinum ore. I'm not making it in anything because if I go into composites, I can do that. In fact, I have enough over here to make the material processor that will mix the composites and the electric furnace, which will cook the composites to give me composites. And then I could, if I want to, get into the prototype thumper for the 12 composites, including the bow for 18 composites. However, I've dallied long enough. I don't want to dally anymore unless it's absolutely necessary. As far as things that I've completely cleared out the mine here. The mine at the bottom is completely cleared. There's a little bit more iron left on the one on the top here. Over here, there's a mine that's almost all cleared out except for iron. And also down here, all of it except for iron. I've also stopped at the mine that is right in here to get any kind of copper, which I was kind of thirsty on. I've got a 1 by 2 base in here somewhere, I believe. Maybe no, it's right here before we go into the canyon. I put a 1 by 2 in there, and then right up on the edge here, I have a 1 by 2 up there. And then, of course, we've got all the way back into here, and I've currently got on to me 2 by 2 base. And then, of course, we've got all the way back into here, and I've currently got on to me 2 by 2 base. And then, of course, we've got all the way back into here, and I've currently got on to me 2 by 2 base. And then, of course, we've got all the way back into here, and I've currently got on to me 2 by 2 base. And then, of course, we've got all the way back into here, and I've currently got on to me 2 by 2 base. And then, of course, we've got all the way back into here, and I've currently got on to me 2 by 2 base. And then, of course, we've got all the way back into here, and I've currently got on to me 2 by 2 base. And then, of course, we've got all the way back into here, and I've currently got on to me 2 by 2 base. And then, of course, we've got all the way back into here, and I've currently got on a one by one, actually. This does look like a two by something, but it's a one by one. I intend to put one frame on top of another and then climb up. What do I need for ladders, by the way? Thatch. So I got the stick. I just need to take a stack of thatch with me. There we go. Stack of thatch. I've also, so that's the place I'm going to build up. I've got enough wall fortification and spikes to surround this one by one, so that when I'm fighting, I can be up on top shooting things down for a while before things get kind of hairy. Um, I can even put the concrete walls either on top of the frame or on the sides of the frame if I want to further armor the bottom piece. We've got the campfire and the bedroll for this particular setup. The 1x2s, I've placed campfires down and I've put the bedroll in the campfire. If you leave it outside of the campfire from the ground, if there's enough weather that comes through to weaken the ceiling, it will destroy your bedroll. So I've put it into the campfire because the campfire is immune to weather. So I see it seems so far. I've got a full set of pills here. The ones I really want is anti-poison and antibiotic. The other two are, yeah, it's kind of nice to have them around, but whatever. I did do a second floor here. I've got the advanced alteration bench. I've used that to create my recurve bow Tech 3, not Tech 4. And in it, I have placed the second tier of sturdy strings. It does mean that my firing speed will be down a little bit, but I'm really going for the reduction in wear. I need to be able to put out the arrows without having it break. I did create a titanium pickaxe, and I threw coppersmith level 2 on that because copper was what I was really hurting on as far as trying to make it through all of the electronics that I needed. I didn't upgrade anything else there. In fact, I could drop off of the wire for water because every time I switch around, I have to pull out a tool. There we go. You put that back. And then I have I've made a titanium knife. I'm still rocking the Ventura, but I'm going to switch over to the titanium knife when I get in there because it does do more. You can see at the top, 76 to 80, and this is doing 61 to 65. So it is a better knife, but I didn't want to wear it down just on stabbing all the worms because every time I go to the caves, I'm farming the worms. I mean, even if I've mined the thing out, I go in there and I get the worms. And so I have 250 cave worms arrow on me. These are as good as bone, but they also have the additional fact of poison. So that's going to be quite helpful for me. I'm taking a stack of wood to burn in the campfire. This will give me the charcoal if I need it, and I can always harvest some oxite and make heat bandages should I need a heat bandage because of frostbite. I'm not going to do that and take it with me. I'll have the components to make it instead. So, and then on the titanium knife, I have electric shock. So we'll see how that might work. All right, so that's everything. Next thing I want to do is I want to take a look at the biofuel radar here. We're going to fire this thing up while we're talking about a little bit more. Can I put you? Oh, why? Why? Because we like you. As the old Mickey Mouse Club would say. I'm going to burn out that torch, so I'll just leave it lit. No, that's not you. Where are you guys coming from? You used to come from, like, over there. Yep, see, there they are. Hit them right between the ears. If you can. There we go. Nice. I have in the workbench the second or the exotic extractor from the workbench. There's 3, one more, and I want to use that on whatever I'm going to come up across. I want to see how fast it is. The one power cell that I have should be. Ooh, you sneaky! I thought that there. The power cell, I'm thinking may or may not be one thing, one vein. Kind of hoping that it is more than one vein. I got both those things. Let's just drop him down here and also grab these. All right, now that we've taken care of that, let's take a look and see where we are on our thing. There is only one, and it is way out here. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. I don't think I'm going to go look for that. I'm going to go in for the mammoth. Let's go take care of the mammoth. I'm going to leave this here since I know that that's going. I'm going to have to come back for that. Do I have anything left here that I need to worry about? I've got the food. I've got the arrows. I've got my pills. I've got a defensive thing going on there. No, I think we're good. Let's head on out. I'll stop at each of the points that I mentioned that I built to show you as we go, and then we'll get to the mammoth. Well, as I enter into the frozen zone, I'm going to be chased by a pack of wolves, and it is also a weather event. So, yay. My first shelter is a little too far in to reach before I really start getting hammered by this event. Keep running. But I'm going to stop at the cave that's down here when I hit it. All right, we're in the cave. We're going to take some shelter right here. If I wanted to, I could always drop my campfire down and warm up a little bit. Keep myself from getting too cold. I also need to make sure I take out my canteen. The canteen's providing me cooling. If you look at this, right there, it says cooling, water cools you in green. And just below it, it says plus 10% rate of cooling per minute, minus 5 degrees to temperature. That's enough to cause cold. If you take that out, then this cold will go away. Of course, it won't go away right now because I'm in the middle of a storm, even though I'm in the cave. But we'll weather out this particular storm right here, and then I'll head on into the next spot where I've got my first 1x2. Or I could go in. I could make like little leaps and jumps through here. I could probably stop at like the cave that's right here and use that for shelter, or even the one that's over here. But I think this would be the one I'd use for shelter. I'm going to go ahead and mark that just in case I want to do that. Okay, as we come around the edge here, you can see this is the entrance to the cabin. I've got my 1x2. I may have a, yeah, I thought so. Oh, wait. The buddy's coming, run away! How is this place holding up? It is totally fine. Well, almost totally fine. Okay. And then I've got, as I mentioned before, the bedroll inside. That way it is protected from the weather while I'm not using it. And I think the only reason you'd want to leave it down is if you'd actually made it your spawn point, which I probably will with the 1x2. I'll have to see how that works out. All right, made it to the next one here. This is my next 1x2, my little hideout. And again, there's my sleeping bag in the campfire. So now we've made it all the way up to here. I'm going to do one more run. I'm going to get over to here, see what time it is. It is 2 o'clock. If I do this, I'm going to definitely want to put myself outside of the aggro range of the mammoth, sleep the night away, and then put it back up again. Okay, I've made it over here, and I've placed up a little bit of a 1x1. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some of these things down. Eat. Don't need much room. I don't want much room. Right? Yes. Actually, I would prefer... See, am I... Yeah. Nope, nope. Too close. Up there. There we go. And if I can see... Did it give me the opening I want? No, not quite. How about that? Nope, still not. Probably because I'm looking over my shoulder this time. It would be nice to have a better visibility on how we're placing this thing. So this will be locked. Open, right? Yes. Nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and put the spikes up. I want to get the spikes in there before things go crazy. There we go. Then I have my movement. E. I'm on the top there. Oh, I come right on in. That's nice. All right. And I think I saw my... I did see the mammoth run by here at one point in time. Oh, there he is right there. See him? Let's go ahead and do that. I don't think this is going to hurt at all by setting this as my spawn point. Otherwise, my spawn point will be here instead of here. I don't think these two things make a difference. Locate mammoth and kill it. Well, what if I shoot it? Nice. Did I locate the mammoth? Alright, now it's doing some damage. Now, I'm assuming, and I would be assuming poorly. Oh, shit, Jesus Christ. Whee! Okay, turn off that thing. Deactivate that before I set myself on fire, thanks. I haven't killed myself yet. I might have to run. Woo! I can't see him. Oh, how about that? Oh, shoot, I'm getting hurt. Alright, now I gotta run. He's got turtle on me, huh? Hit high? Yep. Nope, go this way. Run, 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 run. Why am I running? Because there's a cave over here. It says locate it and kill it, so it hasn't marked it yet. I think I got him. I think. I'm just going to run over here a little bit. How you feeling, buddy? Feeling a little ill, are you? Can I get the headshot? No. I have to be above him to get the headshot.
Okay, you did it. Make sure to skin it quick, because you ain't gonna get another chance at this.
Can I get all my arrows back first? Thanks. You know how much I spent on these arrows? How much time? Alright. Didn't even get my good axe. Or my, come here. Didn't even get my good knife out. Yep, we'll take all that.
You did it. I'm impressed.
Alright.
Yeah, get that thing back to the dropship. And don't stop for sightseeing.
What if I came up here to sightsee? What's left of my base, actually? Interesting. I got maybe a third of it down, maybe almost half, before I had to worry about. Hello, dog. Looking underground. Okay. $8 a.m. I'm fine about getting back. Just want to examine the remnants. So this 6. Yeah, this really did well. Yeah, this did really well as far as holding up against him. I mean, I'm sure he would have gotten through it eventually, but he went through concrete like butter. So, rethinking some of this, I think maybe if I were to come back in and do this again, barricades are certainly a good way to go about it, and maybe maybe use the barricades in a fashion that allowed me to maneuver into and out of places. It needs to be bigger because he was hammering the ground and doing an AoE on me that was certainly more effective than I was hoping. You know what? Why don't I take this with me? Yeah. All right, here's the drop ship. Let's go ahead and turn in our tusks.
You'll be making friends at Group 15 with this.
There's my 300. My 300 Ren. We've completed the mission. Next, I need to get out there and see where this thing is. I'm going to have to go back to my base, pick up my radar. So what? Now I'll pick up my radar and then come back out and try to find the location. And then once I get it all set up, we'll take a look and see how fast that's moving. I think also when I get back, I'm going to do one more thing. There is a new thing that was added about a week ago in the game, which is salt. And there is a salting table available within the workbench, and we're going to take a look at that too. So once I get back here to my base, we'll take a look at the salting bench, grab my radar, and then head back out. All right, we're back here at our base. We're going to go into the crafting station. I believe it's in here, but before I do, I have to go into the tech tree. It's tier 2. Yeah, it'll be in the crafting bench. Here's the salting station right there. I think that's the only one, but there might be a tier 3/4 version of the salting station that gives us some speed. So we hook it up to water or to power or some damn thing like that. No? Deep freeze. Preserves food but amasses ice very slowly and uses a fairly large amount of power. Well, cool. I'll go ahead and take the deep freeze. Alright. And then in the crafting station, should have our salting table. Need wood and fiber. Stack of fiber. Stack of wood. Stick both of those in there so I can do my salting deal. Craft. Got some meat in here, don't I? Yeah, I still have some meat. Let's grab this meat. I've got some salt up in the kitchen. So I think I'll take this upstairs with me. It's not very big. Let's put it right here. What do we do? We put salt required. Okay, there's salt. Now what? Meat? Yes. Food is salted. Okay. It does look a little different. Do I cook it in here? No, I probably cook it in the fire. Cooked meat. Flatbread. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're getting out of that. Or is it just that it reset my preserve? Plus 1%. There it is. Okay. Can I salt cooked food? $2,100, 75.20. 2,100, 75. So okay, you can salt anything and it changes nothing. I disagree. I think that they ought to require it to. We'll salt this food too here, right? Yep, it's the same thing. I think they ought to add a little bit of water consumption, frankly, if you put some salt in there. All right, let's grab this puppy here. And then we're going to go hunt down the exotic. And I don't think I have room for other stuff. Oh, shit. I was too quick. I think my my exotics are in here. There's like an exotic spot right there. All right, I guess we're heading back in. By the way, the salt that we got before looks like this. It's big and pink. Well, I have made myself the 1x2 here. I've got my little radar thing there. There's my exotics. It is way the hell in here. Honestly, I would just bail, but because I brought down the exotic mining thing, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. And we'll come back once I get my exotic mining down, and we'll see how it works. We're back at the exotic spot. I've got my my workshop version of the extractor. Well, that's kind of an interesting thing. Interact. Toss in the new power cell. Activate. That does seem to be moving pretty good. Yeah, it's not moving too bad. Boom. There's one, right? Yeah. And I just summoned my my drop pod, and it's just on the other side here. Pop over here so we can see it. Are you no, you're not a rabbit, so it's right here. So now I'm going to go ahead and run this for a full, either until it's empty or the power supply is shot. I do know that the power supply is a one-time use, so once I've brought it down with me, it doesn't go back up. I'd have to, so even if I didn't use it, I'd have to pay for it, which is one of the reasons why I'm out here doing this. That is a decent looking thing here. Is there any kind of a? No. I was curious to see if there was a like a monitor or a progress bar or something like that on it. All right. I did set myself here as a respawn, and so we're just going to sit here and wait. I'll see you in a bit. It feels like about maybe 5 hours in game time, and it stopped because it's full. Let's load this thing back up and let it keep cranking. I have filled it up again, and we are at a full 100, so we'll go pull this back out. And we were at 11 something last time, and now we're what, 15, 17? So about 6 hours to fill it up in game time. Not bad, not bad at all. I called my pod over. I had before we even came out here, I made my tier 4 mixer and the electric furnace. Okay, so there's 200. This should be done actually pretty quickly because usually it's just around 200, and we're about half done on the on the energy. So when it's finished, we'll take a look and see where it's at. Well, I just heard the pump thing in here, the drill. It just went silent. So let's go take a look. Yep, it's empty. Great. I'm going to grab both of these. As I remember, like I said, the power supply is a one-time use only thing. But we're going to find that out here in a minute. Okay, so we're done. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And just return to station. I want to take a thought here. Yes. Yeah. I think I'm good. Let's go. No! I didn't send the exotics up. Can I remotely send them up? Shit. 220? Well, that's all right. I was going to toss that stuff anyway. I was really mostly concerned about how quickly the extractor would work. And actually, it works pretty fast. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, I didn't get these. I didn't get those at all. Whoa. Wow. Where is the extractor? Where's the extractor? There it is. Oh, but the power source... Wait a minute. It said it's single use and cannot be returned to station, yet here it is at full power. That's curious. Let's go ahead and repair this. So yeah, I think the extractor is good. It was at about half, so it feels like I could probably use it for up to two nodes. We've been finding 3, so 2 would probably be what you'd want. But then again, I am at the point now where just how much stuff I can get into my loadout is getting fairly limited. As far as the next missions go, we are almost completely done. I have 1 left, 2 left. So the next one's going to be this recovery. Let's go and get on that. We're going to do the recovery next. Voyager recovery. Prospector will be briefed on planet. Yep. And then the last one will be the Nightfall survey. We'll do that as our final. Come back and join me next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.
Creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go with the windows. I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a